NIO's been under some financial difficulty. What's the plan to stay afloat?
They've been under increasing duress when it comes to their finances at the same time that you have an escalation of local and foreign competitors, including Tesla. And we're watching very closely how exactly NIO is going to be scaling back its costs. They have spent aggressively on marketing and product development, which has led them burning cash even faster than Tesla. They've been laying off employees. In September, they announced that both the CEO of the company, William Li, as well as Tencent, one of its large shareholders, would be taking $100 million of convertible notes to help financing. And it also said it would restructure its businesses and spin off some non-core businesses. But despite all of these efforts for cost cuttings, analysts are still concerned that if they don't ramp up sales, get more financing, and continue to lower costs even faster, they may not be able to sustain their business for very long. Now, over the weekend, they did announce their third production model, and William Li remained very optimistic that they're going to be able to fend off their competitors. And they have actually been fueling demand with many promotional efforts, including 0% interest for 3 years and guaranteed subsidies for cars registered before the end of 2020. And we do have predictors and analysts, LMC Automotive in particular, predicting that demand is going to climb about 44% next year to nearly 30,000 vehicles. So things are turning up for NIO, but financial issues still remain.
Not to mention that there's more competition coming NIO's way. We're expecting now today the first made-in-China Tesla cars. What are we expecting?
Right, we're eagerly awaiting the first 15 units of Tesla's made-in-China cars from its Shanghai Gigafactory to be delivered to its employees. And this is China's first wholly Ford-owned car plant. It's also Tesla's first car manufacturing plant outside the United States. So it's very symbolic in terms of Elon Musk's bid to gain significant market share in the world's largest car market and largest electric vehicle market. They've also built very close relationships with the Chinese government, which have been on display in recent months, considering how fast this plant has ramped up. Ahead of the weekend, Tesla also announced that it was going to be on a list of vehicles qualifying for an exemption from a 10% purchase tax in China. But challenges, of course, remain. You have local competitors like NIO, XPeng, global manufacturers doubling down like Audi, Mercedes-Benz, BMW. You also have this challenging macro backdrop where sales in China of cars have been in this unprecedented slump amid the economic downturn. You also have electric vehicle sales falling because China has been scaling back these subsidies. But despite that, the signals for Tesla have been strong. We saw new car registrations for Tesla vehicles in China jump 14-fold in November to more than 5,000. But Elon Musk does have very ambitious targets, and it has yet to be seen if they're going to be able to reach those targets. For instance, back in April, Elon Musk said he wanted more than 1,000 cars produced a week in China before the end of the year. Clearly, that's not going to happen. And he's also mentioned a very strong target of 3,000 cars a week eventually for this new car plant.